Reject Nation, Greg and John here today. We are going to watch What If Episode 6 today. If you're a fan of Michael B. Jordan, go ahead and hit that like button today. Subscribe and click that notification bell to get notified when our next reaction for What If is up. As always, full-length watch-alongs where you sync it with the time code will be available over at our Patreon page. We cover a whole bunch of shows over there. With the same tier, you get the option for reaction highlights and watch-along included. I really wanted to say, though, happy birthday to Koi Jandro. It is his birthday right now as we are filming this. As a matter of fact, let me send him a text so I'm a good friend. John, don't be a follower. Lastly, thank you to Pratham Jindal for editing down these highlights for us. Anywho, guys, let's swing on into action.
Every journey has a beginning, but change one.
Wow. He was so close to us that time.
Yeah, in full color.
That was a spectacular entrance, seriously.
The 10 rings have reinforcements en route. We need to move now.
Fine by me. Killmonger? What is that, German?
A nickname.
Clearly a good fit. I see where they got it.
Without Tony Stark's fateful capture in Afghanistan, the age of Iron Man.
Obadiah.
I saw young Americans killed by the very weapons I created to protect them, and I realized we have to do better. Build bigger and fight badder.
Oh, crap.
I'm bringing in Lieutenant Erik Stevens, the Navy SEAL who saved my life, as Stark Industries' new Chief Security Officer.
It's supposed to be my promotion.
Something tells me Eric's gonna be more effective.
His unit was stationed 400 clicks away.
If you're trying to imply that he had advanced knowledge of the attack...
She'd be right. I uncovered plans to assassinate Tony Stark while on a deep cover operation inside the 10 rings.
Whoa, that's gonna be a wrap on this.
You'd like that, wouldn't you? Because those plans were bankrolled by Stark Industries COO Obadiah Stane.
Oh, no.
Oh.
I brought receipts. Wire transfers, bank documents, phone records, Google it. I just dropped it all online.
Oh.
I knew it.
Security!
On a ruse?
I owe it all to you, and that's why I want you by my side 24/7 as my new COO.
Wow.
Wow.
I need a killer. Figurative one, of course, but hey, a literal one can't hurt either.
Killers.
Oh, God. Pepper's looking buff.
A lot of people come around looking to get their moment in the sun with Tony Stark, and it's my job to sniff out exactly what it is they want with him.
And what do you smell?
Nothing. And that's the problem. Everyone wants something.
Yeah.
Lambo, that's 3D printed.
Oh, man. Repulsor tech?
Try to miniaturize the Jericho into a portable firearm.
Bet she pop.
Whoa.
I come in peace.
What did your old man used to say? Ah, that's right. Peace means having a bigger stick than the other guy.
He's a friend. A lot of good it did, dear old dad. What about you? You close with yours?
Nah, he died too. I developed plans for an automated combat drone. Thought I was gonna make human soldiers obsolete if I could never crack the interface.
Let's build your science fair project. Jarvis, search the MIT doctoral thesis database. Project...
Liberator.
You got an ear for branding, I'll give you that. Wow. Bold design choice.
What? I like anime.
I was gonna say it looks like a Gundam.
Gundam model.
At least they're still putting together an Iron Man.
Yeah, real big one.
Human pilots mean human error, but with Jarvis at the wheel, drones can react to stimuli in real time. And no one needs to lift a finger.
It's like a Jaeger, but better.
You know, we need another power source. Hey, if we could miniaturize an arc reactor... Oh, that's a dumb idea. Yeah, now you're thinking. Too bad Pops used up the last of it during the war.
Not all of it.
Ooh. Oh, how interesting.
Where did you get this?
This kind of stuff pops up all over the globe. You just gotta have the right hookup.
I might have just the guy.
Ulysses Klaue?
Oh, shit.
Yes.
Things go south, shareholders are gonna flip. unless we secure some kind of diplomatic cover.
We send Rhody. There. He's U.S. Air Force, and he's the company's military liaison. We're all above board.
I think that's a great idea.
Excellent.
Tony, would you allow yourself to get manipulated?
Now that I know you mean business, we can move on to the good stuff.
That's definitely Andy Serkis.
Yeah. I love the sound of his voice.
Where did you find all this?
What's going on here? We've been breached. Find them and lock them up.
Killmonger, you got eyes on this?
Killmonger is the eyes.
Killmonger, on comms, are you seeing this?
Oh, holy shit! What?
Oh no.
Oh, this is awesome.
The speaking drums.
Our quarrel is not with you. Let me take the vibranium back where it belongs.
Sorry, cuz. That ain't gonna fly.
Ooh.
Really wish it didn't have to go down like this.
Oh, hell no. Whew.
The sonic taser thing is legit. But this,
Damn.
this I'm really feeling. Why wear the uniform of your own oppressors? Fight for them?
You gotta be part of the system to change the system.
Nah, you could burn it down.
Oh my god.
Rhody.
I leaked word of the sale to the Wakandan war dogs, and it all played out just as you predicted it would.
Ooh.
We better load up the product. The door will be here soon.
Wow, this hits so differently.
Yeah.
Damn.
Never play Klaue with Jarvis. He sees all.
Go ahead, call the cops.
Heh.
Yeah, well, police are the law. I want justice.
Oh.
Oh, man.
I melted down that ring of yours.
Oh, shit.
No.
Vibranium worked like a charm.
Dang.
To killers?
You gotta know that won't work.
Yeah. You designed this thing, man. Oh.
Oh, fuck.
That Marvel body shot.
All right.
Oh no. Oh.
Oh my
Wow.
Two gearhead orphans trying to do right by our fathers. We sound the same to me.
The difference between you and me. That you can't see the difference between you and me.
Ooh.
Could that kill you? That shoulder.
You know, if you bleed long enough.
Vibranium spear, Wakandan issue. Definite hit job. They want a war, so that's what we'll give them. Put the liberator drones into production.
Yes! Yes! Oh.
Heard some Gollum there.
You telling me this is it?
Wakandans are full of surprises.
It's like you said, Wakandans are full of surprises.
Huh.
Hey, that's like the movie.
I brought you the man who stole your vibranium and murdered your people as proof of my loyalty to Wakanda.
You are home.
But there's no time to rest, Uncle. War is here.
You're suggesting we let the killer robots into the city?
That's the only way to disconnect them from the Jarvis AI. After that, we'll destroy them.
Mastermind over here.
What say you, General?
Oh.
Hey, my boy. Wow, out of this perfectly constructed war.
Are you certain about this, Baba? Entrusting our fate to this outsider.
He is family.
Open the shields.
Wakanda. So the rumors are true. Show them the true might of the U.S. military.
Uncle, close the shields.
There you go.
Not a shot fired.
You'll always have a home in Wakanda.
I want a little bit more than that.
I want your job.
Oh, man.
Siege.
Tony Stark. He must have built a backup transmitter.
Why would he do that?
That man was a villain. Didn't trust anyone.
You guys can still take them on. Oh, cool. You guys see her go in the battlefield.
General. Oh!
Wow. Good man, Killmonger.
Yeah. I was gonna say. Yeah.
Cool. Watch her look sad.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful shot, though.
Gleaming savior.
I am a loyal servant of Wakanda, Your Majesty.
With this herb, you shall become the next Black
Oh,
Panther.
man, he just totally did it. Oh.
Oh.
Is T'Challa gonna be in there?
Was it worth it?
I did what I had to do.
For what? A throne?
For vengeance. For my father, who suffered through oppression while you just sat back and watched.
You believe the cure for human suffering is more suffering.
The cure is power, and now I have it.
Power unearned can be a very volatile force, cousin.
I'm here to help, Miss Potts.
I knew it. He killed Tony.
Mr. Stark was a genius, but he's not the only genius. It appears we have a common enemy.
Your side and mine refused to see it.
So, let us open their eyes together.
Heroes are never really gone. They live forever, as do the ones they inspire to carry on the fight.
Did they do it?
Did
they stop him?
Seems like it would be pretty hard still. He's got all the Wakandan resources. Is he content to just be Black Panther without murdering T'Chaka?
Damn, that was awful. Not the episode. It's a good episode. It's a really good episode.
Awful circumstances.
Just the circumstances, yeah. Man. Shit. That one hit. That one hit. Chadwick one really hit different that time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh boy, oh boy. All right, let's chit-chatty. All right, well, I liked that episode. I did. That was a good one.
Yeah.
That was really, really dark.
Yeah. It was a descent, but an ascent at the same time.
Wow. That was fascinating. Watching the mastermind of this was like the mastermind Killmonger. And I love how it just like slowly got darker as it went. And then, you know, it's fun. It's fun to see like some of the things they toy with here. It's like because he saved Tony Stark, the events of Civil War didn't happen. So T'Chaka still gets to live. Mm-hmm. So when Killmonger goes back to Wakanda, he is able to meet T'Chaka, you know, and also like the reversal of his death moment in Black Panther when they're looking at the sunrise, sunset, sunrise.
Sunrise.
I could be wrong. When they're looking at the sunrise, the sun, the sun in the sky. They're doing the shot from there, except it's triumphant moment for him, his victory moment there. It's just so fascinating to see how this all went down, because it was cool to also get like, who's playing Tony Stark? We have the credits here.
Yeah,
Mick Wingert. Okay, I don't know who that is. So yeah, okay, that wasn't Letitia Wright. All right, good to know. Sometimes it's a little hard to tell when the actors do accents.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
Is this just a good impression, or is that actually Letitia Wright?
This episode is it's time to play which voice sound alike was your favorite.
Yeah, exactly.
Mine was Pepper Potts.
It was. I thought Pepper was gonna have like some different triumphant moment. Didn't really resort to that.
She just had good instincts.
She had good instincts. She knew what was up, the way Pepper is. But I like seeing the version of Tony Stark as just like he was still affected by his experience in Afghanistan. Mm-hmm. So witnessing that it was, his weapons that almost killed him. He was still affected by it, and he still wanted to do right technically. But it was interesting seeing like how to me, that's an interesting what if scenario of like, oh wow, he really is just still like that same Tony Stark, just with a little bit of a different twinge to him, because he's still trying to do something rooted in good,
Yeah, I mean, he gets saved pretty quick, so he gets the sprinkling of the immediate peril to temper his, sensibility, but yeah, it's still like bigger and better and more power.
He still wanted to do something really dark, though.
Yeah.
In the end, when that moment of, that's the law, I want justice, which was a really badass moment. I thought like the episode was going to end right around there, and then I was like, oh, we're only at the halfway point, okay, which made it that much more rewarding. But man, the whole thing with T'Challa, that stuff just. Because of the fact that he's actually, Chadwick Boseman is actually dead in real life, just like watching like T'Challa die and then them having like, you don't see a full-on funeral, but then he's in the afterlife plane that happens. I forget what that actual section is called, forgive me, but seeing him there, it is if there's something that this show has really done with Chadwick Boseman is have so many moments that just hit so different and feel a little bit like surreal and uncanny due to the fact that he is actually dead. And like, wow, it's like the ghost of T'Challa here talking to us. It's and like, what was the line he had about like the power and end and basically how it like corrupts you and all that.
I couldn't recite it verbatim. Damn.
Yeah, it just hits in different fields and this time around.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and the way he gets to deliver that, like so many of his lines in this episode are delivered with this very sort of lilting poise, like he's not in a hurry to get any of the lines out, and because they are, especially on the spirit plane, so kind of resonant, it does feel like he's piercing beyond the show. Like, it does feel like they've immortalized him in a different way here.
Yeah.
And it's funny to me that he is like the most frequently appearing character across this series so far.
It was an exciting moment when Black Panther shows up. Because, I don't know about you, I didn't expect it. I didn't expect him to appear at all.
No.
So when he did, I was like, oh, this is like a badass moment right here. And he gets killed right away, and I'm like, "Oh fuck, that really hurts.
Yeah.
that really, really hurt that time around."
Because it's like after all the struggle of Black Panther, it just makes such quick work of him, and it hurts because it's like you watch Killmonger with all the obstacles removed from him and all the means presented, and it's like Black Panther isn't even a match for him.
I love how if Killmonger saved Tony Stark, he pretty much wraps up a lot of Iron Man 1 in like 2 minutes.
Well, that's
Obadiah Stane's the one responsible. He's the one who hired him. Yeah.
Well, that's something else. Is like Tony Stark. I thought that was. I appreciated that ultimately. The title is "What if Eric Killmonger saved Tony Stark," but this is Killmonger's episode through and through. Like, their buddy thing ends and turns. And I thought that was something that helped this episode to kind of take on an extra caliber. Because, like in the previous ones, there have been times where we were like, oh, I wish there was a little more time for this or that. But in this episode, that turn where it's like their relationship comes to an end, and even Tony, for whatever bond they have, is not immune from Killmonger's master plan. Like, that sort of crossed the line, it felt like almost. And Tony is more of just an object or more of a means to an end in this episode than like a full-on partner to him by the end.
Well, I loved why they paired them up, because I didn't. I found myself going like, what's the point of Killmonger and Tony? Like, what an interesting pairing. Like, they never shared the screen together in the live action format. So I kept wondering, like, what is the deal with like why specifically them? Because you're right. I was like, okay, is this more going to be Tony Stark's episode or Killmonger's episode? And or is it just going to be both of them the whole time? But that line that he does have, where he's basically saying to Killmonger that my dad, our dads both died. We're trying to do right by our dead fathers. I'm like, oh, that's true. That's true. They do have that in common. They do have that in common, and it has sent them down some very fascinating paths along the way. But yeah, man, it is kind of. There's something kind of cool about watching Killmonger's rise to power. Mm-hmm. Just he is a mastermind, and that's something that maybe it is not the takeaway for people who watch Black Panther. Some people might not walk away going mastermind criminal when he is. It's always been there.
Well, and he's globally minded too. Like, I believe that he would have an eye on all of these economical, political happenings.
I think what makes it interesting is because Michael B. Jordan this is not an alternate take of him. This is just his Killmonger just starting at a different point in time.
Less obstacles.
I mean, it's just different obstacles. He's just at a different point in time of when his journey to overtaking begins. It's like, instead of starting at the point he does in Black Panther, he starts with saving Tony Stark. Yeah. But it's the same Killmonger. It's the exact same version. Same motives, same reason for the motives, same backstory. It's like this version of Tony Stark is an alternate version. This is pretty much the same guy.
Yeah, that's a great point. Yeah.
And so that's why I love watching what he was doing. He was like, oh man, if this guy just started like a few movies earlier, he would have he would have taken over. And they sell you on that, because you get to watch the way people react to him, react to his plans, react to his suggestions, react to his motives and actions. You get to watch that all unfold. And then this, to me, felt like they really honored the live action portrayals of how these characters are. Like, this felt very much like Pepper Potts. Like, she would be suspect. Like right down to like Christine Everhart in the beginning of Iron Man 1. She says doesn't trust her right away. So like, she wouldn't trust Christine Everhart. Why would you trust this guy? Yeah. Like, there's always a motive, because she can't find anything dirty on the guy. So I like that approach. Everyone from Wakanda, the way they're reacting to him, you're like, oh yeah, under a set of different circumstances, it might be receptive to having him welcomed in here.
Yeah.
And but Shuri not trusting, like that lines up with her character too. I thought it was cool that Ramonda, we got to see Angela Bassett's character. Yeah. We got to. Does she talk in here? Yeah, she does. She has a few lines. She has a few lines. But having Ramonda be in here was awesome, because we got to see her actually kick a bunch of ass. Where she doesn't get to do that in the maybe she will in the sequel, but not in this one. But in the live action movie, she didn't get to do anything of like ass kickery. I'm thinking. I've seen the movie like 3 times. I can't remember now if I.
No, I don't. I don't
think she does.
Not at least in a featured way. I feel like they often cut back to her for the motherly gravitas. Whereas here, it was like in some of the coolest looking action moments were those for her out on the battlefield. Or I mean, also too, like when Killmonger is just like charging through that group of machines.
Yeah,
like there's so many great little battle moments. But I did appreciate that, because Ramonda showed up at least once before this, and never spoke.
Then didn't speak.
So
yeah.
I'm glad.
Neither
that
did
Angela
Shuri.
Bassett-
I think Shuri. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm glad at least Angela Bassett got to come and do a little bit for this, because her moments at least had presence, even if they were brief.
And then Andy Serkis returning as Ulysses Klaue.
I'll listen to him do that character all day.
It's like the events of Age of Ultron didn't happen, so he got to keep his arm.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So his name is less punny.
Because this is rewriting directly from the start of the MCU. Well, the real start is like Captain America, the first Avenger, but you know what I mean, the first movie.
Yeah.
It's but yeah, they're rewriting from that point, and so it's interesting to see all these how things did not happen for these characters, so they didn't get to evolve to this point, which makes it an easier advantage for Killmonger to take them on, killing freaking Rhody.
Oh, dude, that whole thing about, you got to be a part of the system to change the system, and that was savage, man.
I thought it was really clever how he, creates the, what are they called, the robots?
Oh, the Ed 209s, the Gundams.
He creates
the Stark bots.
He creates the Stark bots. And then I loved how it just took a wildly different turn with them entering into Wakanda, and how he used that to manipulate the situation even more. Like you really got to see the clever mastermind of Killmonger.
Well, and they kept, at least for me, even though
Michael, before I forget, Michael B. Jordan did a great job.
Yeah,
the voiceover work.
Yeah,
great job.
Yeah.
And it was cool to hear like scenes again, like new scenes with Chadwick Boseman and Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, directly interacting. Yeah. I wish I remembered that line off the top of my head, because I loved their exchange together. And
something about power and end.
to the effect that you're blinded by your power.
Yeah.
You see, humanity beyond it. But
it'll corrupt you on this plane or ours.
Oh, like yeah. It's like if it doesn't catch up with you on one plane, it'll catch up with you here at the very least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got the quote in there somewhere.
Your father had a quote. He said about responsibility. If you got a lot of responsibility, and some power, then you should be responsible with the power. But
and the Watchers seem to be like emotionally affected this time around. Like, it was interesting how close, like, we got really close to him in the Doctor Strange episode. Like, he really appeared, but then the fact that he started off on this episode and he was appearing like just in clear sight, talking to us, it's getting me excited for what the final episode of the season's going to be.
Yeah,
because he just gets closer and closer.
And for when he finally, I'm saying, when are you gonna poke through that veil, buddy?
Yeah,
because he seems also affected and like saddened by many of these events.
Yeah, he's like, these other Earths suck.
Yeah, I gotta watch all this bleak stuff all day. When can we get a fun one? Yeah, I had another point, but I don't remember where.
I'm sorry, it's my fault. I totally interrupted you because I was afraid about losing my point.
It's all good.
I got really selfish and interrupted you, and now you forgot your point.
It's all right. I feel like this will at least. I don't, wait to the end of the season to rank them, but this is at least in the top 3, I think, for me.
Yeah, I quite enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah.
It's like, would a few minutes have helped to breathe better? Absolutely, but surprisingly, hit really well.
Yeah, and it has, like, it struck a nice balance of, like, it wasn't too jokey. There were certain moments that were amusing, but for the most part, it took its premise and played it straight. That's what it was. As I thought
I got another point.
What is it? Let's hear it. I thought they did a nice job because Killmonger is in control the whole time. I guess that's what I meant before, and I would like to recontextualize. It's not that there are no obstacles, but it's that he's so in control. Like, the lane is so open for him to swoop in and really play to the best of his abilities that I feel like, and I don't exactly know how to describe it, but in a lesser executed episode, it would have been like, oh yeah, he's just going to keep on winning and there's no tension or drama. But this was like, the reversals kept on like hitting me, and I was like, oh damn, like, he's bringing in the machines to have the battle at first, and I'm like, oh damn, this is gonna be at least risky because they're gonna have to have a war. Oh wait, he even planned this out with the dome, and now the robots don't work. Well, great, I can totally see how his plan. Oh no, he is gonna have them fight a war. Like, he had seemed like he was thinking several steps ahead of what I could crack in the moment of being enthralled, and so that gave it that extra pop of like, damn, this guy is brilliant.
Yeah.
Like he's a formidable physical threat, but an even better like general mastermind.
Yeah, it's cool to have it be his whole episode and really showcase his mastermind qualities, because in Black Panther movie he's in it in the first half, but he's not really prevalent in it till the last half of that movie, when he does kill Klaue, takes him to Wakanda. That's when it really becomes the Killmonger show. Yeah. But the first half, he's not in it that much. So it was cool to just start off there and have that be the focus, because it does have you kind of going. Like, it's really an unveiling of him throughout, where you're like, no, he's the same guy from the movie. Because in the beginning, it's like you can feel there's something messed up happening. You can't really trust this guy because of the affect of knowing who he is from the movie. Because you're like, he's got to have the same backstory. So it's got to be like a similar type of deal with the guy. But they do a really good job on endearing you to the bond between him and Tony when they're working together and building. Moment. They're doing such a great job on that. Yeah, they're doing such a great job on that. They're like, maybe he's good.
Maybe Tony's goodness will kind of rub off on him, and they'll both be okay.
Yeah. But as we all know, not the case. But guys, what did you think about this episode? What was the highlight moment for you? This one struck me a little different. Yeah.
You know what I realized? In this universe, Tony Stark never built this in a cave with scraps. Well, never. It's not a part of this world, and that's the saddest thing.
It was really loud.
It's only 1:18 p.m. in the afternoon when this is posted.
All right, guys. All right. Well, subscribe, click that bell, hit that like button. Happy birthday, Koi Jandro.
J.N. Valente. I'm going to come rescue you. I know you're lost. You're in a cave somewhere in the Middle East. But it's okay, man, because we're going to come. We're going to find you. And then we are going to enact our master plan to open the world, to tear down borders, to dash the nonsense of one country versus another, one class versus another class. We're going to bring all the people together, J.N. Valente, you and me, all the resources abundant and fairly distributed. And then, maybe we'll build some robots or something. Whatever you like, J.N. Valente. Anyway, thanks for being pledged. That's the really heroic thing here. And if this episode was full of anti-heroes and, a dissent, that's not you, buddy.
You see my yardstick.